Hi guys, this is Reuben. I'm the project steward of Firo, and it's been a while since I last made a video. Spline Apple is doing an awesome job with doing the Firo Frontier that gives updates in 5-minute videos. But I thought I'll give a little bit of more detail, especially on the development side, as to what's been happening. I guess one of the number one things that people have been asking about is Progpow, which is a new proof of work algorithm that's a lot more lightweight than MTP, FPGA, and ASIC resistant, and it's been audited and proven. So it really works, and it is a really awesome proof of work algorithm that focuses on graphics cards. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we did encounter a hiccup where the external developer that we initially engaged didn't deliver the Progpow up to spec, which is kind of unfortunate, especially we have been really explicit. But no worries, we have actually engaged a new developer, and his name is Andrea Lanfrancini. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And he's actually one of the co-authors of Progpow. So, if he can't code it, I don't think anyone can. We are in much better hands now, and we are looking forward to a 0.9.4 Progpow implementation soon. We do hope to get this on testnet maybe in the next month or so, but we aren't in any hurry, but we are definitely, it's one of our near-term goals, especially when we want to see if we can bring down the rate of our blockchain growth, and definitely Progpow would really help with that. So you don't have to worry so much, because there are a lot of Progpow miners out there. We wouldn't have to wait for custom support. It's going to be a lot more lightweight on existing pools, so we do expect pools to easily upgrade. So we think this is very positive movement into ensuring that we still get good distribution of our coin into the mining public, especially GPU miners, and also to keep our blockchain lightweight and scalable, which MTP didn't quite provide. So I hope that's enough updates on Progpow. And the other thing that we've been really working on in the past few weeks has been reactivating Lelantus. As you have seen, I think probably about a week ago, we reactivated Lelantus. We caught certain things that were not initially found in the audit, but everything's been resolved, and we've actually taken additional steps to harden Lelantus. It's not been easy, and been really diving into it. But especially with the help of our research team, with Levon, with Peter, Aram, and Aaron, who has been really who just joined us recently, and we've been really looking really deeply into both the coding and the cryptography, and so far we think we've done all the steps that we need. We are not going to be rushing into Lelantus version 2. We are reworking to make sure that the paper is as perfect as we can make it to be, so there are no oversights. But definitely Lelantus version 2 is a priority, but we're not rushing to it. We're going to make sure that our Lelantus version 1 is in a good state, and it does look so far to be the case. We are seeing much increase activity with Lelantus transactions. So if anyone's watching this, please do download our core wallet. Make sure to anonymize Lelantus as much as you can, and we'll be also having an event quite soon to incentivize people to anonymize their funds, so stay tuned for that. Another thing that we've been really looking into are sort of decentralized exchange integration. And previously, of course, like we were looking at REN, right, which is like the REN network, and the possibility of having REN Firo. Now, for some reason, the REN team has kind of missed certain deadlines in regards to us. They said that maybe in summer they would integrate us, but we are not we're not going to kind of hold our breath on that and wait for them, but instead we are now looking at two other alternatives seriously. One which is Torchain, which has big benefits over Ren because people can swap in its native form. That means there's no need to wrap it in like be it BEP20 or ERC20. There's no need for custody, so it's almost like swaps of coins in its native format. So that is really important to us. Another thing that we've been actually looking at is Atomic DEX, which was actually coded by the guys at Komodo. It's a separate thing, and it doesn't require Komodo to run. It's totally open source, and Firo is actually already integrated with Atomic DEX, and I gave it a go. I think some of you also possibly participated in their stress test, and it's actually very promising. So it's quite surprising that it hasn't seen the publicity that we think it deserves. So we're looking very hard into whether Atomic DEX is the right solution to us, because first of all, we already integrated it. Maybe we just need to port it and make sure that it works within our wallet. And now we have a DEX for Firo directly with directly within our wallet, so it's all usable compared to a Torchain integration, which requires quite a bit of work. I did speak to Kai, I did speak to the Torchain team. They are keen to onboard us, but it is not so straightforward. It requires quite a lot of integration work. So why not both? We at the same time, we don't want to split our liquidity over too many DEXs. Atomic DEX seems to be promising. So while we are still looking at the Torchain integration, perhaps the Komodo Atomic DEX might be a more near-term solution that would actually work for us. So I appreciate everyone's thoughts. I do recommend giving Atomic DEX a try. I'll probably put a bit more liquidity there so everyone can play around with it. But it'll be very interesting to see which is the best solution right there. The other thing that we have been actually starting to work on is instant send, and because we have our masternodes, we have chain locks, so that means we are able to have instant transactions that are confirmed in a matter of seconds, and that we think would be a real first, because it would mean we would be, I guess, the first truly private cryptocurrency that has almost instant confirmations, which I think is really big. And of course, I think that's a great usability boost once we integrate it. So we're starting work on that. The other thing that we've been also looking at is the Elysium tokenization layer. We have made really good progress on it. We've updated it with the latest Lelantus changes, and it seems to be working. We're deploying on testnet relatively soon, so we'll keep you guys posted. And hopefully we'll get some people building their own tokens, or even like small little elections right on Firo's blockchain using Lelantus technology. It'd be really good to see a stable coin being built on the Elysium layer. So another thing that we've been also thinking about is to what extent do we want more DeFi integrations. We've seen, I guess, decent take-up on the sushi. We would actually like to see more. It's actually giving a pretty good return. And we've also launched a farm with value DeFi on the BSC network. And we're being mindful because these integrations do, a lot of the time they're not for free, right? We have to provide liquidity incentives, meaning that we have to pay people in Firo, which is definitely a drain on our resources. I currently see it as a bit of like a marketing expense to be able to reach out to new communities, especially those in the DeFi space. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that this is something that will last on and not just for the farming incentives, right? And I know some people have been asking like, why aren't you on this automated market maker, why aren't you on this DEX? Now we can always create any sort of pair with any DEX, but of course we need to put our liquidity there. And if you want some sort of farming or liquidity incentives, those figures can be quite substantial. Like for example, I won't name names, but one of the major AMMs, if you want to be like a recognized liquidity firm, you have to come up with like a 6-figure USD amount, and that they will match as well. I'm not sure whether we are seeing the type of interest that would warrant such an expense, given that it is a significant amount of money that could be spent on expanding our team, expanding our research and stuff like that, or even improving our UI. Now another thing that people have been asking about is the mobile wallet. I'm putting this as a very high priority, especially now that Lelantus version 1 is coming down. We've got everything down, and we are working hard on building our own native mobile wallet. So we've heard you. We have three developers working on it, and hopefully maybe we might want to accelerate it further, but we'll see how that goes. We're also working on a reskin of our Electrum wallet to kind of make it more snazzy. It's already pretty good, and I think the beta has been out. We're probably releasing a new beta in the next 1 or 2 days, and everyone can give it a go. We think that's a huge step in improving usability of it, but we still think that we could make it look a lot more sharp, and because we believe that user experience is really important. So I hope this kind of covers all the stuff that we've been working on. We're really working on cutting edge privacy technology, especially on the research side. We've been looking at Lelantus optimizations. I think Aaron has come up with some range-proof optimizations. Aram has been working on a light wallet design where you can sync without downloading the entire blockchain with pretty high without relying on centralized services. So all of the usability issues that people are facing now, we are coming up with very cool solutions up for them. So I hope that gives you an overview of what we've been doing on the development side. We have also started on the kind of community outreach side. We are starting a Firo volunteer team where people who want to help with outreach can do so and earn some small amounts of Firo. It's not gonna it's not gonna be like a full-time job, but I think it'll be a nice way to kind of reward people that are passionate, that have been promoting and talking about Firo. And it's a nice way to earn some side income. So if you are passionate about Firo and you would like to help contribute and get the word out about how cool our Firo is and our technology, I would really appreciate that. That makes it a more community effort, and we want to make sure that we stand on our own benefits. There's no need for misleading, so always be honest. If you're part of the volunteer community, we definitely do not want to disparage other projects or say untruths. So we hold ourselves to a very high I guess moral standard. So if you would like to see more of this, let me know in the comments. Probably I would have more ARMA sessions maybe in Telegram, where people can just pop in and ask questions. That's a great way. But if you have anything, I'll be looking at the comments, so don't hesitate to ask. So this is Reuben signing out. Thank you very much.